Okay, so with hyperbolas, okay, now a hyperbola is very interesting. It actually, I'm not connected. That was you had one job is to tell me if I was connected or not, and you did not do it. All right, so a hyperbola is it's weird because it's basically like two parabolas. They can open up. I mean, so like I said, this is the main part of this. Okay, so you have a main vertice of which is like the square root of whatever this number is. Okay, and that goes here. Then you have a covertice, which is like the square root of this number, and it goes here. And then you have to find this foci. That's foci, not foci. Okay, so be careful because y'all say foci, you might end up saying something bad. And we've actually got to use like the Pythagorean theorem or distance formula to use that, and it's really not that bad. Okay, now, so let's look at this example. Here is our a squared. So we actually have to take the square root of 16, which is 4. So plus and minus 4 are our vertices. Okay, that seems pretty simplistic, right? Yes, we want simplistic. Okay. All right, we're going to take this number, and it goes right here. So we take the square root of 9, so that's 3. So 0 plus or minus 3 are the covertices. All right, now we take the two numbers, and we subtract them, and take the square root. Well, this is, 16 minus 9, that's 7, and the square root of 7 is square root of 7. So plus or minus root 7 is our foci. Okay. Now, again, there's lots of other things that we could be talking about, like directional this, all this kind of hoo-ha. We're not. Okay. We're just sticking with this stuff right here. Just kind of like yesterday, circles was pretty easy. Ellipses, I try to make them fairly easy. Same thing with hyperbolas, and then we're going to look at a different type of parabola tomorrow. And trust me, I just finished those notes, and it's a lot easier than what all the worksheets that I try to find. Okay. All right. So let's look at this. Let's go to number 1. All right. So we're supposed to find the vertices, covertices, and foci of each. All right. So I got to take the square root of 81, which is 9. So plus and minus 9 are my vertices. Okay. This number goes here. So I got to take the square root of 4, which is 2. So 0 plus or minus 2 are my covertices. And then I have to subtract both numbers. So 81 minus 4, I think that's 77. Because I'm the math teacher that can't do math in their head. Okay. And we take the square root of that. So this gives us square root of 77. So this goes here. Okay. Yeah, I know it seems kind of weird, and I could go into real big detail what a foci is, but none of y'all will probably really care. I don't know very many people that deals with hyperbolas on a daily basis, unless you're in some type of mathematical research think tank thing. Okay. And nobody in here wants to be part of a like a mathematical research think tank, do you? Where you just sit there and you do math all day? Yeah, that's boring. Yeah. All right. Some of y'all are like, oh gosh, that's like that's some of y'all's worst nightmare is to be forced to do math all day. All right. So we're going to take this number here for number 2. All right. Square root of 121 is 11. So plus and minus 11 are the vertices. All right. And this is just the basic information. We could have actually added more stuff to this, and it got really confusing really quick. And the standards for this didn't really expand on that. So, if they didn't state it, I'm not covering it. Okay, so it's kind of one of those things. Hey, you got to be specific about what you want covered. We take 81 right here. We take the square root of 81. We get 9. All right. 121 minus 81. All right, we get 40. And I tried to. This happens in our notes, but it doesn't happen in our in your homework, and it won't happen on your practice test and your test. I'm making sure of that. But this becomes 40, and the square root of 40 is 2 root 10. Y'all don't have to worry about that, though. If that does happen, the calculators I have will do this for you. And we should be covered on that. So honestly, it looks like we're just taking a lot of square roots of stuff, right? Yeah, which is awesome. Because if you don't know the square roots off the top of your head, you have a calculator. Use the calculator. Remember, I'm the teacher that makes fun of you if you do not use a calculator. All right. Yes, I cheated just kind of like yesterday. I put this in here. Okay. But I figured if I can do it in class to have it like this, and then you do something different, it will be all right. So vertices, we know we're going to take the square root of 25, which is 5. So that's my vertices. And I'm trying to do these one at a time so I can use the color on here, because y'all know I'm very big about using colors. All right, 25 minus 16 is 9. The square root of 9 is 3. Okay. So it's that's some of the stuff could have got really weird really quick. Like some of the things I was looking up yesterday, I don't even remember learning that ever. Okay. I don't know if my teachers or professors said, this is confusing. No, you don't need to know this. Because that would have been awesome. And then I know some of the other Algebra 2 teachers, if they teach an Algebra 2 trig, they're like, well, why aren't you doing this? I'm like, I don't have to. In my favorite Cartman voice. Yeah, I like South Park. I'm really watching that, and I probably shouldn't be because it's bad. All right. I do because I find it so funny as an adult. All right. So for number 4, we take the vertices, so 121, so it's 11. So we have plus or minus 11. All right, this was 36, which is 6. And then we have 121 minus 36. Now, honestly, in the calculator, you can put that all in here at the same time, like this. Oh, there we go. And then hit enter, and it will do it for you. So you get the square root of 85. So it's plus or minus square root of 85. Okay. I do believe on the homework I tried to make them where it would be like if it was a square root of non-perfect square, it would be like this. So like the square root of 85 is just the square root of 85. Okay. Where it's nothing, super difficult and things of that nature. Though I do have a feeling that I will probably have one of my classes like this next semester be completely virtual because I'm supposed to have a first and second block algebra 2 classes, and I went and looked at all the people's schedules, and most of them are virtual now. So other than having to write out all that other stuff, I mean, I tried to break it down. Look, some of this stuff, okay, some of y'all might think I'm being racist for this, but it's like trying to teach a white person how to dance, okay? You can't do a whole lot of movements at once. We don't process it that way. Okay, we gotta, stay right here. So that was a joke, by the way. Nobody laughed, so I'm kind of upset. By the way, if you get a chance, if you actually go to college, you need like a PE credit, and they have a Latin and swing dance class. I would suggest you take it. It's lots of fun. I took golf also. That was fun. All right, so now we're going the opposite way. Okay, now we're actually given the vertices and co-vertices. We don't really need to know the foci to actually write the equation. I could have actually put it on there, but it would have made more steps. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this number and we're going to square it. If I could write it where people can read it. Okay, so 5 squared is 25, and it goes right here. We're going to take this number and square it. So 3 squared is 9. All right, 10 squared is 100. Now, the good thing about this one, the square root of 51, when you square that, it just really rips that radical sign off, so you just write 51 right here. Okay. All right, and the last two, same thing, we're going to square this, so that just gives us 12. We're going to square this, that gives us 5. And 11 squared is 121. And 9 squared is 81. All right, so it's, yes, it's weird, but basically all we're doing is taking the square roots, or we're squaring something and putting it in the right spot. That's really the basis of what I'm having y'all do. Okay, good stuff, good things, roll tide.